The Nifty Show.
It is time to get nifty. Welcome to the Nifty Show. I'm Joel Comm.
And I am Travis Wright. And this is going to be a fun episode, guys.
Yeah, so our guest today, we have had previously on the Bad Crypto podcast back in July 25th, 2019. He is an author. He writes words, and he does them quite eloquently, so much so that he is invited to create screenplays so that people who make moving pictures can do those things. He wrote a number of books, including The Anti-Social Network, which was turned into the Social Network movie. Coffee in all the right times today. And more recently, when we had him on Bad Crypto, the author of Bitcoin Billionaires, which is currently being made into a motion picture. Mr. Ben Mezrich, welcome to the Nifty Show, good sir.
Hi, thank you for having me. How are you?
Doing well. It's good to see you. And last time we spoke, you were creating the screenplay for Bitcoin Billionaires to do the follow-up to the Social Network because your eyes were opened to how much of a cuck Mark Zuckerberg was and that the Winklevi twins were actually the good guys. Where's that at?
So Bitcoin Billionaires, the movie is hopefully going to be shooting this year. I am not the screenwriter on it. We sold the rights and there is a screenwriter attached, but we haven't sort of announced who that is. And it's being made by Greg Silverman, who used to run Warner's Pictures. So it's going to be a really cool movie. And so it's in development and hopefully shooting this year. The Bitcoin story just keeps getting interesting every day. It's more interesting for better or worse reasons, but it's been an exciting journey with the Winklevoss twins. And, they've taught me a lot about this whole world. And now I'm in this world a lot more. So it's been really cool. Yeah.
Turns out they're the good guys. Wow.
They are the good guys. I mean, well, in the original book, which I had written many years ago, they were the bad guys. They were the giant blonde guys chasing the Karate Kid around the gym. They were the archetypal bad guys from every 80s movie transported into, a Harvard setting. And that's all I saw them as. And then writing Bitcoin Billionaires, as we spoke about last time, I really started to see them in a totally different light. They were revolutionaries in this new form of money. They were underdogs in a way, if anybody who looks like them and comes from their background can be an underdog. And they kind of...
How did they take that, though? Whenever in your first book, you're like, you have us as villains, and now you want to write about us again? Like, I don't trust you so much, Mr. Ben Mezrich.
Yeah, well, so it's interesting. They were my really good sources when I wrote the first book, Accidental Billionaires. They were with me, and then we ended up inviting them to the premiere of the movie, The Social Network. They came to the premiere. Even though they were portrayed as somewhat villainous, they were also portrayed as men of honor, men of Harvard. So they didn't entirely hate their portrayal. They just didn't feel like we caught, everything there is to know about them. And so years later, I'd always kind of stayed in contact with them. And would run into them in New York. And honestly, they would always say to me, buy Bitcoin. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. And I always ignored them. And Bitcoin was like at $100 back then. So it's very unfortunate. I always ignored them. But eventually, I saw them in the newspaper. My wife was reading the New York Times, and on the headline was Winklevoss twins are the first Bitcoin billionaires. So I called them up and I was like, how did this happen? Like, you guys are suddenly billionaires. What happened? And they were nice enough to let me come to New York and hang out with them. And so I, just started hanging out with them for 6 months to learn that story. So they didn't like their portrayal necessarily, but at the same time, they were larger than life. The movie, The Social Network, had such an impact on them and their world. And quite honestly, I'm not sure they would have ended up in Bitcoin had it not been for that movie. So there was a mix of feelings there, I think.
Well, I'm glad that, we all learn and grow and open up our perspective. I mean, there's some people that used to really like us and now they don't. So, people are allowed to change their minds. So you not only have gone down the crypto rabbit hole, but you've gone down the NFT rabbit hole. And I'm really glad I discovered the project just a few weeks ago. It's at benmezrichnft.com. Welcome to the next generation of author community. So tell our audience what this is all about and why you're fascinated with NFTs.
Sure. Well, starting simply, the project is 3 NFT drops. The first one, sold out pretty quickly. It was 6,000 pieces that revolve around meme stocks, because I just wrote a book about that stuff. The second drop is going to be a free drop, one to wallet to holders of the first drop, which is going to be about Bitcoin and billionaires. And the third drop is going to be about Vegas. So the drops have to do with the types of stories that I write. If you own all 3, you're going to get a piece of a screenplay that I'm writing about the NFT space. So basically, the NFT holders are going to own a little, part of a movie that I'm going to write about the space. So what we're really trying to do here is give a platform for creatives, for people like me, other writers or whatever, to work with their community, people who like what they write, and the community gets to be a part of it and hopefully gets to earn something from it. And so it's been really fun. So my journey to NFTs started really with the Winklevoss twins. I go back to the twins. They had introduced me to crypto and Bitcoin, and they started talking about NFTs. And, at first I was intrigued. I thought there's something very cool about the idea of you owning something digital, right? The idea that something can be unique, that something can prove in ownership, that's real, even though it's digital, but it can go much beyond artwork, right? And that was sort of this light bulb to me. What do I want to do with this? Do I want to write a book about it? Do I want to write a movie about this space? Because so many interesting things have happened. And then it came to me that, why not be a part of this for once, not just be a fly on the wall, and working with some great partners who kind of, helped me with this and came up with some of this stuff. We thought we'll do a drop and see how it goes. And now we've got this community on Discord that's like 9 or 10,000 people strong, of people who are pitching, story ideas for me for the movie, who own a little piece of it. So it's a really cool experience as an author, having a community that is incentivized to help you succeed. That's what NFTs offer, I think, to artists and writers that you're not going to get, via Substack or via Kickstarter or another way of doing a project.
Yeah, it's a nice paradigm shift because authors really don't usually get to interact so much with their community. You're writing your book, you're done, and then you're going off to your next book or your next screenplay. And so here you are.
Right.
Joel's actually pulling this up here. I had a question around this. So
this is mine right here, by the way.
Is that yours? That one's a really nice. Look at that. The AMC rocket with the dinosaur. I love it.
Yeah. I'm looking at the properties on that. What does it mean? There's the background, you have the emission, the rider, the rocket. What is the script score? Because it looks like most of them have none, but then like a small percentage of them have 3. What is that?
Right.
What does that even mean?
So there are rarity features involved, and certain rarity features give you a multiplier on your script score. So every one gives you a little piece, one share in the script. But if you have one that has a rarity feature, you can get it 3. So you basically, people with the rarity features are going to get 3 shares. The way the script is going to work is they're going to take a snapshot. So after you own all 3, whatever wallet owns all 3, there's going to be a snapshot, and each one's going to get a script token. Some people are going to get 3, depending on the rarity of their original Genesis token. So, a script score of 0 just gives you 1 token. A script score of 3 gives you 3 tokens. And then when I sell the screenplay, that money is going to pour back into the community in terms of based on what your share is.
It's going to drop them like ETH or something?
That's the plan right now. And I think more information is on the website. You can go to the Discord and find out all the exact details of how the payment structure is going to work and stuff like that. But it's an ETH based token. We're doing everything in ETH. So hopefully ETH will be back at a great place when all this goes on. But it's exciting. So people who own the Genesis token are in a really great position, because if you look at it, the second drop, it's 1 per wallet. So presumably that drop is going to be much smaller than the first drop. The first drop was 6,000 pieces. Second drop will be based on how many wallets there are. Right now there's about 2,900 owners, which is great. We have a very large crew, essentially, of people who are going to participate, but that'll act as kind of a bottleneck. And then the third drop will be a paid drop.
When do I get my free drop?
So the second drop we're planning towards mid-February. We haven't announced the date, so we're coming up on it very soon. So within the next few weeks.
Give my drop, Ben.
Yeah.
Come on.
So in a few weeks, you're gonna have to go on the Discord to find out the exact day, because I don't think it's been announced yet. Okay. I have a book coming out February 28th So we're doing something really cool around that. I have a book called The Midnight Ride coming out. So we're going to time the drop and the Midnight Ride launch around the same time. But the other thing to keep in mind is these what you own there. There's more to it than just the screenplay. We're really trying to create a community and a platform that gives an awful lot to the people who own or are part of it. So starting out, we have the Discord. I'm telling a lot of stories on it. There's a Ben Storytime channel where I'm just telling stories from my writing and my life. But there's also going to be things like invites to book parties. There's going to be invites to a live poker event, which we're going to put together as soon as COVID kind of quiets down. We're going to do a big Vegas event. We might do a big launch party in Boston or New York. We're going to have something where you can play online poker with me. We can have online writing sessions for people who want to learn to write or want tips of that sort of thing. And I'm on the Discord all the time, so you can chat and ask questions and all that sort of thing. And then we're doing lots of sort of events like, online events. And then the other thing is that we're planning to take the platform and make it much bigger, bringing other creatives, other writers, and my own other books. And the Genesis token is going to end up being your entrance to each of these things. So hopefully people will hold on to these. We really set out when we started that I know a lot of people are in this for speculation. People buy and sell these things, and we're not a part of that necessarily. We're more about building this massive platform for creative artists and writers to really build communities for themselves. So it's not just going to be me. At some point, the Ben FT is going to give you entrance to other authors, other writers, and we'll see where that goes.
The Ben FT.
Ben FT. And they're friends with Ben FTs. That's what we're calling ourselves. So, it's hopefully going to become a very big idea. And, this has all been very grassroots. We didn't really do any pumping. We didn't really do any advertising, nothing like that. And it grew very quickly from a few hundred people to, 8,000-9,000 people. But as I launch my next book, I'm going to be doing massive media and a lot of sort of mainstream shows talking about the project and talking about, where artists and writers, can go with this, because a lot of writers out there don't have any ways of really reaching their audience in a way like this. You can go on Twitter, but it's like a megaphone, right? You're just yelling and you don't know who's listening or why they're there. And podcasts are an incredible way to talk to people. But what an NFT community does is it gives you a group of people who own a piece of it, who have a reason to be communicating with you, and you're sharing and working with them to sort of build your platform.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, pull up mine here. I just got this one right here because I'm a big fan of wizards. And
where's your wizard?
My guy right there. Look at this. I got King Kong in the background. And like that one right there just seemed like pure money to me.
Well, I don't see yours.
You see it on the screen?
No, I still saw the other one.
That's on the main screen. It's on the main screen on the top there.
Oh,
yeah, he's King Kong's in the background with the city and the wizard riding a.
I don't know where my screen is showing. My screen's still showing the. Maybe I have to
go.
Something.
So right now the floor price is like 0.07 ETH. So if someone wanted, they could come
get in very easily right now.
They could buy a few. They could buy
the more rarity
one of these NFTs you own, right, will give you a piece of that script.
Yes. So any one you own, you're going to get the second one free, and then you're going to have to buy the third one, which is going to be 0.06, presumably. And so you'll have to own all three to get a piece of the screenplay. But the first one is necessary to get the second one. Because the second one will be free. So yeah, there are cheap ones. If you want rarity features, I think they're going for a bit more now.
I paid about 0.3 ETH for this one because it was so badass.
Yeah, the 0.3 range I think gives you access to pretty much any of them. One or two of them have been going for 1 or 2, but in general, 0.3. I know there's a lot of GameStop ones, and they're all very revolve around some really cool stuff. If you were into the whole meme stop, GameStop, AMC thing. Which I spent 6 months writing a book, The Antisocial Network, about. So
look at this one.
There's little tendies. There's little. There's lots of little diamond hands, tendies. Our artist is really phenomenal, and he's often on the Discord.
All the Ben Mezrich ones are like at least.
Yeah, those are hard to get me. So I got to go and buy one of the me ones. I did not get a me one because you didn't know what you were getting when the mint happened.
Right.
So the me ones, I think there's only 22 of me in existence. So they're going to be expensive when I want to try and grab one of those. People
Oh
aren't.
yeah, no, they're all expensive right now. I was looking. I was like, I wonder if there's a Ben Mezrich one. Oh, there
Yeah.
are. Oh yeah,
There
those
are,
are
but people aren't
expensive.
going to sell them easily, I don't think.
I'm not sure you're aware of this, but back in February of 2021, we released on Wax a Blockchain Hero Stonk Wars
Oh,
set of cards based on our heroes, based on the same thing. I'm going to unbox one for you right here so you can
oh, very cool.
get a look at it, because these are fun.
This is awesome.
Let's see. Here we go. Open my pack. All right, here we go.
I love this. Now I can see. Blind moment.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
These are 3-card packs.
Oh yeah.
We got bottom line. There's a Doge Burris, 2 bottom lines. There he is. There's our Doge Burris.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. If we ever get a Wax address set up for you, I will we'll send you a pack of these
Awesome,
cards for
thank
you
you.
to
Yeah.
open up.
I mean,
and
it's really
enjoy.
cool. I'm new to the, I'm trying to learn as much as I can as I get prepared to write the movie, and I'm trying to sort of, dip my feet in it. I just think that what's happened in this community is really reminiscent to me of how Bitcoin and that whole community started, which is a bunch of really smart people who got in before everybody else, and it's grown to a pretty big crowd of people. But it's still behind that door, right? The mainstream is walking by that door all day long and doesn't realize what's going on behind it. But now you're seeing all these big brands. You're seeing things like Nike and Adidas and the NBA, the MLB. Everyone wants to figure out how to be a part of the NFT thing. And so I think this revolution is going to just explode over the next year and a half. So I want to tell the story as sort of an origin story and sort of figure out what the big story themes are, and then tell it from the point of view of one person who claws his way up, has pitfalls along the way, but figures it out and kind of makes a fortune in it.
It's
There's
still
a lot
the
of people
beginning.
that are figuring that out. It's been crazy. If you watch all the different TikTok accounts that have popped up from people who are now NFT experts, and we've been covering NFTs since 2017. We were actually the very first podcast, Bad Crypto, very first podcast to even mention NFTs when CryptoKitties came out. So we've been covering this thing for 4 years. We've minted over 1.5 million NFTs so far. And it's like, why? And you seeing these experts popping up and but there's a lot of cool tools that are popping up now just to make you go, oh, here's a new one that's just popped up. Look at this one. Okay, these look like it's trending in the right direction. Buy here. And it's literally, you can almost day trade NFTs at some time. I don't know if you're going to be able to continue to do that with the market kind of tanking like it is,
Right.
but you can definitely flip if you have the analytics.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely, it's one of those things where there really are people who know what they're doing, and then a lot of people who are just sticking their feet in for the first time and trying to figure it out. But I think the growth you're going to see over the next year is going to be immense. And one of the cool things about our project is a lot of our people are brand new to this. So a lot of my readers, people who've never, don't have an e-wallet, have never bought crypto, nothing, bought their first NFT. And so my guys, Bunchu and stuff on our Discord have literally been talking through hundreds of people's first opening of a wallet, trying to figure out how to get ETH and trying to buy an NFT, which has been really cool. We want to be an on-ramp to people who maybe would not have normally done this. And so it's a great mix of people who know what they're doing and are speculating, or who are doing it because they believe in the project, and then people who really have never done this before but are fans of my books and want to be a part of this world, or at least see what's happening over here. So yeah, we're trying to be that bridge in a way. And
Did you say Bunchu?
Yeah, Bunchu's
I know that
man.
guy. I know Bunchu. Yeah,
Bunchu's our resident running the show genius, our moderator, and he's the one basically big part of the project. Him and Adam Brotman of Forum 3 are the ones who came to me. Adam is a genius who did the digital thing, was the head of digital for Starbucks for many years, and so me, Adam, and Bunchu kind of partnered on this. They're the geniuses behind how all the stuff on the technical side works, and I'm just the author who sort of
who says words and stuff.
Right, well, exactly.
Ben, we appreciate you coming back on the website, benmezrichnft.com. And if you missed and want to get the free plus gas drop for the second phase, go over to OpenSea. And even if you go to the lowest price one, right now you can go in here and the lowest price one you could buy now. That's not right. I did it wrong. Recently listed, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
think it was
I
like
saw one for 0.07.
I think you can get one of the basic ones for 0.07, and that
Yeah.
gives you access to the screenplay. So, and it gives you the free drop in the middle, which might end up having rarity features itself. So, you could end up in a good place with just one of the cheaper ones. And right now, with ETH where it is, it's pretty cheap. So, it is what it is. But I think that as we build utility out and as we bring on other authors, you're going to find these Genesis ones are going to be really valuable. So I hope people really stick with us. I think it's going to be a blast. And one of the things we want to be is authentic and sincere. And I'm there all the time. You can just ask me questions. You know who I am. And just come on the Discord and I'm there and ask anything you want. And it's a really great group of people.
We know who you are. You're Ben Mezrich. BenMezrich.com. New book coming out, The Midnight Ride, as of February 22nd, 22. Go check it out in bookstores everywhere. Ben, thanks again for joining us today.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys are great.
Stick around for just a second. Sir Lord Travis, you bought the one right now? So you're good to go?
Yeah, I bought that one right now, yeah.
Okay, you're good to go. I was smart. I bought two and I sent one to another wallet because I know I get a drop and
alpha secret stuff going on there.
Shh! Don't tell anybody. Oh,
he's a bit of a shyster. You got to watch out for him.
Hey, it said one per wallet. I'm doing my thing.
That's absolutely fine.
Everybody, remember to subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell your dog, tell your hamster. Don't tell the bugs in your house. Just spray them dead because they're annoying. We'll catch you on the next episode. Until then, keep it nifty.
Looking into the future, what do we see? It's lined with digital collectibles, we call them NFTs. Games, trading cards, digital art, and those crypto kitties. Joel and Zach are the hosts, you'll know. Joel and Zach say this will blow. They're locked and loaded, so ready, set, go. It's the Nifty, really kind of spiffy. The Nifty Show.